Do you think you know all the airline rules for 2025? Well, you better think again. Airlines and the TSA are cracking down with new travel regulations that could change everything. From how you get through security and board your flight to what you can bring, how you fly with pets, refund policies that put cash back in your pocket, and even in-flight behavior rules. If you don't want to get stopped at security or risk a confrontation mid-flight, you need to hear this. So stay until the end to get the real inside scoop. Are you ready for this? Let's now dive right in. Airlines are officially done playing games with impatient passengers, and they've got new tech to prove it. A brand new system is rolling out at airports, and trust me, if you've ever tried to sneak onto a flight early, you're in for a rude awakening. Picture this. You casually stroll up thinking you'll outsmart the system at the departure gate and try to push your way to board before your group is called. You scan your ticket, and bam! An alarm goes off. Everyone at the gate turns to stare. The airline staff gives you that look, and just like that, you're not just denied entry. You're sent packing to the very back of the line. Yep, it's a full-on walk of shame moment. American Airlines is leading the charge with this crackdown, determined to put an end to what flight crews call gate lice. That's those passengers who hover near the boarding area, inching forward, hoping to slip through early. But with this new software, there's no bending the rules. If you're not in the right boarding group, you're not getting through. No arguments, no exceptions, no sneaky moves. And don't think other airlines won't jump on board with this. The whole idea is to eliminate the chaos at the gate, making boarding faster and smoother for everyone. So if you're the type to hover, linger, or shuffle forward before it's your turn, think twice. The system will know, the airline will know. And now, so will everyone around you. Want to make sure you never get caught in this embarrassing moment? I've got you covered. Check out my video link you can find in the description on how to navigate the departure gate like a pro without becoming that passenger. Airlines are cracking down on emotional support animals, and it's about time. The TSA and airlines like Delta, American, and United are tightening up the rules, and if you've been using your pet as an emotional support animal to dodge the system, you might want to rethink your strategy. Under current TSA guidelines, only service animals, those specially trained to assist passengers with disabilities, are allowed to fly for free in the cabin. And emotional support animals, they don't meet the same strict standards and are no longer recognized as service animals by federal law. So what does that mean for your furry or scaly companion? Well, if your emotional support animal isn't a service dog, you'll need to book them as a pet instead. That means fitting them into an airline-approved carrier under the seat in front of you, and paying a pet fee for that. Major airlines are now enforcing this, and they've had enough of the loopholes that let oversized or unconventional animals on board. Remember that viral story of the guy trying to bring his Great Dane as an emotional support animal? Yeah, that sparked some heated debates. One passenger nailed it when they said that emotional support for one person can work out to be emotional distress for hundreds of people. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. Gone are the days of using emotional support animals to sneak pets that should never be in an airplane cabin. Sure, you might love your large pet, but there's no way he's ever going to fit his 49-pound self into one of those pet containers. It's honestly not hard to see why these new rules are needed. Over the years, untrained animals have caused chaos mid-flight. Think biting, barking, and just a whole lot of drama. The new guidelines aim to strike a balance between helping those who truly need assistance and ensuring that air travel remains safe and comfortable for everyone. Those days of laxed pet rules are gone. Still not sure if these new rules are a good thing? Well, consider this. In December 2024, TSA agents over at LAX made a wild discovery in a woman's carry-on bag. Inside, they found 82 fireworks, 3 knives, 2 replica guns, and even a canister of pepper spray. It all went down during a routine X-ray scan. The TSA officer spotted the suspicious items and decided to open the bag right in front of the passenger. And honestly, the TSA's federal security director at LAX wasn't exactly thrilled about the find, calling it extremely concerning. These dangerous items didn't make it onto the plane, thankfully. But it just goes to show why tighter rules are necessary for everyone's safety. If you're traveling, make sure you know the TSA rules of what you can bring and what you can't. You can go to the TSA.gov website, and you can also reach out to Ask TSA on their Instagram page to get answers. Be prepared. It's all about keeping the skies safe for all of us. Address codes are becoming quite strict on flights these days, And it's not just about how you look, it's about keeping things safe and sanitary. One of the biggest changes? Major airlines like American and United are cracking down on passengers who think it's okay to go barefoot on a plane. That's right, if you try to board barefoot, you could be in for a surprise. American Airlines and United now have clear policies in place, saying passengers must wear shoes during the flight. American specifically bans bare feet, while United has the right to remove you from the plane if you're not properly clothed. Now, you might be thinking, what's the big deal? It's just feet. But here's the thing. This isn't just about making sure you don't gross out your seatmate. The real reason for the rule is about your own health and safety. Here's the dirty truth. Planes don't get a deep clean between flights. The floors are covered in all kinds of remnants. Spilled drinks, crumbs, and, let's be honest, some pretty unsavory bathroom mishaps. Walking barefoot on those surfaces is like inviting foot fungus or worse to the party. And if hygiene alone isn't enough to convince you, think about safety. Bare feet leave you exposed to injuries, sharp objects, hot surfaces, or even spilled liquids. Plus, in an emergency evacuation, those bare feet could slow you down when every second counts. Now, let's move on to the next segment. You can still take your shoes off during the flight, but I wouldn't recommend going barefoot or even walking with only socks on. Seriously, they don't offer much more protection. And let's face it, nobody wants to step in something nasty, whether it's your own or someone else's. So here's the deal. Show up barefoot and you might be denied boarding or kicked off the plane. No one wants that, so next time, just keep those shoes on. How do you feel about the crackdown on barefoot passengers? Let me know in the comments section. I'm all for it. By the time I am done, you will agree with me. On the topic of being denied boarding, here's a game changer you definitely don't want to miss. Make sure you stay until the end to get the real inside scoop. Flying domestically in the United States with an expired driver's license is now officially banned. I know, it is hard to believe, right? Well, apparently it's been a loophole for too long, and airlines and the TSA are finally cracking down. Here's the real kicker, no pun intended. Starting May 7th, 2025, simply having a valid, non-expired driver's license won't cut it anymore. To fly domestically, your license has to be both valid and Real ID compliant. What's a Real ID, you ask? It's an enhanced version of your standard state driver's license, designed to help authorities fight terrorism and identity fraud. You can spot it by the star in the upper right corner of the ID. If your driver's license doesn't have that star, it's likely not Real ID compliant. And guess what? You'll need to update it before your next flight. Don't panic though, getting your Real ID is simple enough. Just head to your state's DMV with the necessary documents, proof of identity, your social security number, and 2 forms of address verification. Think utility bills or rental agreements. Now here's the bottom line. If you show up at the airport after May 7th, 2025, with either an expired driver's license or one that's not Real ID compliant, and you don't have any other valid form of ID, you'll likely be denied boarding. And yes, this applies to all domestic flights, even if you're flying within your home state. Don't worry though, if you're not Real ID ready, the TSA will still accept other forms of ID, like a valid passport. Want to know the full list of accepted IDs? You can find it all on the TSA website. So, are you ready for the change? Let me know in the comments if you think it's about time or if you're still catching up on this new rule. Traveling just got a lot easier when things go wrong. Forget the runaround and endless waiting. Thanks to a new rule from the United States Department of Transportation, airlines can no longer make you jump through hoops to get compensation for canceled or significantly delayed flights. Now, if your flight is canceled or delayed for a significant amount of time, airlines must issue an automatic refund. That means no more filling out tedious forms or fighting with customer service just to get your money back. Under this new regulation, airlines are required to process refunds to your original payment method within 7 days for credit card transactions and within 20 days if you paid with cash or check. But it doesn't stop there. The rule also covers not just your ticket cost, but any extra services you didn't receive, like seat upgrades or that checked bag that didn't make it to your destination on time. No more excuses. Airlines can't delay, negotiate, or try to get out of paying you what you deserve. This is huge for travelers who have been stuck fighting for refunds in the past, or offered vouchers instead of actual cash. Now, if your flight falls through, you're getting your money back. No hassle, no debate. It's a major win for passengers everywhere. Airlines are turning their attention to a few key areas that aren't banned yet, but are definitely being closely watched for tighter regulations. One of the big ones is single-use plastic. With the push to reduce environmental impact, airlines are making some big changes. For example, Southwest Airlines has swapped out plastic stir sticks for wooden ones and introduced bamboo cups. These small changes are already making a huge difference, cutting over 1.5 million pounds of plastic waste annually. As airlines continue to tackle concerns over severe allergic reactions, some interesting changes are being made. While nuts aren't banned yet, airlines are taking steps to ensure passengers' health and safety. For example, Delta Airlines allows passengers to request a nut-free zone in their seating area, and some airlines have even stopped serving peanuts entirely, replacing them with allergy-friendly snacks like pretzels. The next big issue? It is alcohol. With disruptive passenger behavior on the rise, airlines might start tightening their policies. United Airlines allows passengers to purchase up to 2 alcoholic beverages at a time, while Ryanair's CEO has publicly backed the idea of a 2-drink maximum for the entire flight. For now, single-use plastics, nuts, and alcohol are still allowed on most flights. But these are areas that could see major changes in the near future. Oh, and just to be clear, bringing your own alcohol on board is strictly prohibited by FAA regulations and could get you into serious trouble. Never ever try it. I hope you got some value from this video to prepare you for your next trip. Thanks for watching and staying until the end. Just so you know, we're here every single day with travel tips, hacks, and stories to help you navigate the skies with confidence. If you want to get daily videos, then do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. Please take a few minutes to check out the links in the description. Anything you purchase will help to support the channel. Thanks in advance for doing so. And don't forget to visit the YouTube shopping area below the video. I value your support. Please share this video with your friends and family. This is your channel host, Cheryl, saying bye now. And until next time, happy travels!